We're at Grace College. Well, we've been running a sports performance camp, and it's been pretty exciting for ages 14 through 18. And so we've been taking them through all kinds of physical activity that helps test and measure their physical abilities. Being active is essential to life. So we believe that God created us to move and move often and move well. So our goal is to help engage kids and to teach them about movement. Movement can look like anything, and movement's for all ages. So even though this camp is specifically for kids, we want to help them understand that movement's for a lifetime. And starting that process happens right now when getting them excited and engaged, and then teaching them about their bodies.
I am Grace College's Director of Academic Camps. I have the privilege of working closely with our faculty to build out camp programs for students in our community that are younger than college age and offer programs and services to them that get them to experience college and get to dive into their areas of interest at a younger age. Grace has done sports camps for a long time, decades even, I think. So we've got a really great relationship with the community on the athletic side of things, and now that we can kind of infuse that camp programming with the academic side of things as well, and parents have been really appreciating those offerings. We've also just gotten great feedback that people love having things that their kids can do in the summertime, so we're glad to be a part of that.
It's a 2-day program. The first day we did a lot of FMS screening, so like functional movement and different agility tests. So like I was in charge of a 40-yard dash, and we have a system that tracks as the student runs through basically lasers, and it takes their time for them. And then other students are running different agility tests and things like measuring a squat and how well someone squats.
We're doing a lot of different tests, checking their wingspan, their reach, their height, their weight, their vertical, checking BMI. We have a really cool machine here at Grace. It's an in-body scan. It'll give you all sorts of data on the muscles in your body and just breaks it down really easily for these kids to understand. And we get to run different tests, just seeing what side of their body is strongest and how they can improve that, or seeing where it's weak and they need to strengthen that. And like those carries, it just allows us to see if their core is strong or if that's something they need to work on in the future.
I think it's important for the youth to see just all the things that their body is able to do, and also the places where they can improve and how they can improve. I think the tests provide a lot of useful information, such as their body fat percentage and their muscle mass, and also just how your right side of your body compares to your left and how you can improve those to advance in your sport or everyday activities, or if you have any pain, what exercises you can do in order to benefit you.
Breathing is huge. We've really discovered that in the last 5 years. Most of modern literature has been coming out with tons of topics on breathing and about how you want to coordinate that with your body. And so then when we start teaching people how to breathe, it gets really good it engages their core. Anytime we have the diaphragm engaged, man, it's taking that strength to another level.
So the first day I tracked the kids' broad jump. So we measured just how far that they can jump using their arms. And then today I tracked their posture carry, which is where they take 75% of their body weight and distribute it into 2 sandbags, and then see how far they can walk holding those sandbags and maintaining proper posture. We have a nutrition lecture this afternoon, and he will probably go into how it's good to have like good fats instead of bad fats, trying to stay away from junk foods, getting a good source of vitamins, fruits and veggies, and just an overall good diet that contains those kind of things.
When we go through the exercises, what happens afterwards is I'm going to give a presentation on, okay, if you had your squat was what we might call dysfunctional, or it's less ideal, then we're going to give you some exercises to help correct that. Overall, that will hopefully lead to prevention of injury. Now, you can't prevent all injuries, but if we can prevent the ones that we can control with movement and maybe knee posture as you're landing and core dysfunction, if we can help address those things, we can prevent injury. I mean, I've been injured myself as an athlete in high school, and that's hard to experience. But most of the time when we engage students, we're getting them moving, we're getting them active, we're helping them understand the human body, and that's the whole mission of the camp, is to engage them in that way.
I think the biggest improvement that I've seen is confidence. Of course, I didn't measure the same test both days, but I could tell that the campers were a lot more confident in themselves after going through the test yesterday, and then also getting some just encouragement from their fellow campers today. I noticed in the line that they were encouraging one another, and then their performances were a lot stronger and they were able to push themselves further.
For those who want to join the program, it would be internal motivation to help others. I found that a lot of students that I meet in this program, we have a drive to help others who don't know what to do for themselves all the time. So it's fun to be able to give people programs to help them build their lifestyle in a way that will benefit them physically and even mentally, because sometimes things that are physically hard can take a toll mentally.
Sports Performance Camp is all about, hey, let's get you plugged in and figure out where's your data, how's it coming out with some of these movements they've probably never done before, and teaching them about how to become the athlete that they desire to be.